Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Hand of Fate 2. In the previous episode, we defeated the Devil Challenge with flying colors, rescuing not only our companions, but also a damned soul who had been, well, forced into servitude under Apollyon. And in this episode, we'll be taking on the tower. For me, it'll be the second time because, well, I started out so horribly on that I just had to forfeit and start over. For companions, I recommend Ariadne, as you'll be dealing with a lot of card gambits. For encounters, I'd recommend anything that gives you food, like lots of food. And perhaps some fame. For equipment, anything that can give you an advantage over the Empire, card gambits, and can give you food. Or in the case of the pious robes, prevent you from starving to death. As for supplies, as always, take extra food. I highly recommend Fate's Path for this. And as for the third thing, pick whatever. I'm going for the workman's hammer, or worker's hammer. Now, food is equally important, but so is fame.
Traps have often been a factor of the game, yet here they are transformed into an end of themselves. Here they become the entirety of our examination.
An encampment of Empire soldiers surround the base of a colossal tower with picks and hammers that gradually chip at the black stone. An older soldier greets your approach. Captain Hardwick of the 6th Legion, what is your business here? Well, what's your business? Captain Hardwick is taken aback and then laughs. We were posted here to find a woman who seeks to bring down the Empire. You're a woman? Maybe it's you. I wouldn't be too sure of that. He chuckles incredulously before continuing. They say the traitor is hidden in this tower, betrothed to the sorceress within. Of course, they didn't tell us the tower is a death trap. I've lost many good soldiers in there. What's in the tower? No clue. There's a door on the first landing that will not open unless you provide an offering of apples to the gargoyle statue. Moreover, it permits only one soul to pass through. All the men I've sent through the door have not returned. Okay. Well, can I head in? I've sent far too many men in that maker-forsaken tower, and they never return. As far as I'm concerned, you are welcome to it. I've sent word to the capital that this is a doggone accursed mission. I haven't heard back, of course, so Mervyn over there suggested we topple the tower with force. Behind Hardwick, a soldier hammers at the rock in a frenzy, a manic grin on his face. Mervyn loves breaking things. Yeah, before Endless Mode came out, people, sort of used this as a pseudo-Endless Mode, because Explore New Lands kinda resets the map around you. Unfortunately, because of that, they had to add in a stipulation. Because if we can't get to the top of the tower before it falls, well, we fail. Now, as you can also see, we also need a specific amount of food in order to get into the tower. That's why food is so important. So, you're going to need to explore around the tower in order to gather the food you need to get through. Not too much we can gain food from. Now, Infamous card. This is why fame is kind of important. If you have no fame, these guys won't do anything to you. But if you have fame, well, you're gonna want to try and avoid these guys, because they will hurt you. Now then, you're gonna want to avoid the confused thief as much as is physically possible. Trust me. This guy right here is what caused me to forfeit the last round and just delete that video. Oof. Because he can give you something, but the chances are higher he's going to take everything away from you. But anyways, let's head up Gambling Hansel in order to get some stuff. You enter a tavern one evening just as a gang of soldiers rise angrily from the table, leaving a well-dressed civilian seated. You cheating son of a harpy. Gotta know if Lady Luck is on my side. Nobody's that lucky. Is he in need of aid? Yeah, I can do that. Got a worker's hammer. It's just 4 guys a musket. Shouldn't be too difficult. They can't even block. I mean, even if they try to shoot me, I'll just dodge it.
Do you not want to fight? Good! Time for the hammer!
Too easy. And with this, we'll be able to get a free gambling token, or gambling equipment. Thankfully, the gambling equipment I can get both deal in card gambits.
To use this, you will need fame.
Unfortunately, I need fame, which is going to be a double-edged sword for me on this map. You pass through a village, just another adventure. The villagers nod kindly as you pass, and I may as well take care of this one before I take on the duel. Now let's hit the maiden and see if she can't get us some supplies that we desperately need. Okay, not enough to take care of the toll. But who knows, maybe I'll get lucky. Cassius, very drunk. Shocker. Well, that was easy. Enough! Your opponent steps back, hands raised. I don't have time for this nonsense. The tavern crowd cheers your victory, and the tales of your battle are told and retold. Your prowess is growing with each telling. Oh, that's good and bad for us on this challenge. Find a makeshift tent in the forest. From the tent comes a raucous cacophony of drunken merriment and devious schemes. Snap! Your foot breaks a twig and the noise falls silent. Northerner shaman emerges from the tent, hands stained red with dried blood. A menacing group of hardened raiders soon follow. I wish I'd switched over to my sword, but oh well. Shouldn't be too difficult to take care of a tyrant and the shaman. Just gotta get her taken care of before I focus on him. In the north, only might makes right. You do not become tyrant without a pile of bodies behind you. Shouldn't it be a tyrant? Tyrants favor regenerative ice armor that dull standard attacks, and use bash to break their armor. Always kill the healers first. Ariana is pretty damn useful against this guy. Well, that wasn't too tough. At least we didn't get a huge failure on that, but hopefully we'll get some of the food we need. Alright, look, we don't have time for this. Here. Take it. And some gold.
Now the power is yours to use.
Good, good. Don't follow us. The mage waves her arms in the tent along with the mage, and sundry disappear into nothingness. Well, maybe we can get some food from the guys at camp. Why did I do that? Not enough. We might have the pious robes, but I still don't want to take my chances. I'm gonna have to explore a new land, but this does put us at risk. Carriage ride, huh? You see the tower in the distance. The sounds of Hardwick's soldiers slowly chipping down its walls echo to even here. Let's head for the tower.
A splash of silver and an opportunity to mold the world to your liking.
While wandering the forest, you spy a deer glowing with a silver light.
Patience. Do not move too quickly, for haste breeds only failure.
With great care, you close the distance. The deer watches you with golden brown eyes, but it does not flee. Offer some cake. I know that's going to cut into my mood,
Nicely
but
timed.
you offer a spice cake to the deer. After sniffing it a while, it nibbles at it, allowing you to pet its warm, speckled fur. Silver light surrounding the deer spreads up your arm until it engulfs you as well. You feel a strange sensation in your kneecaps, and you watch. Your coins disintegrate, only to be replaced by other coins? Bizarrely, you sense that your notoriety has changed. You wonder whether there is a pattern to the silver light's magic. Your gold and fame have been switched. While lost in your reverie, the deer bounds away into the forest. I would have preferred something that turned my fame or gold into food. But I've got you bone and you bet. Well, I still get food either way. Just not enough food. Alright, let's see what Fate's Path has in store for us. Got another silver deer, fabled beast, one drunken knight. Alright, we can get some food from that. Same with the band of thugs, we can at least get some equipment. See, Fate's Path is exceedingly useful, because otherwise I wouldn't have known about the confused thief. Not gonna lie, this isn't looking good for us. Let's... Because here's the thing, I'm not sure if it's the same every single time. I'll try it. But I'm willing to bet I'm just gonna get the same result. I'm swapping coins and fame.
Breathe. You have done well.
Let's see. Coins, baked potatoes, and your rations turn to silver. That's actually even worse. Yeah, it changes every time. Ugh, may have to do some more exploration if we don't get what we need from here. And we're always going to get more gold than food from this. Now, there is one specific card where if you have a good amount of fame, you can get a ton of food. Supposedly enough for the entire challenge. Okay, so we know we're going to be getting at least 4 from this. minimize health damage when it comes to this whole thing. Okay, we'll grab that, then backtrack and go around. Now, even though we don't technically need the gold, may not be a bad idea to grab it anyways. Because we could always buy food if we truly need it. Now actually would have been a good time to hit up that silver deer, but unfortunately it was in the way. A pair of Empire soldiers poke their heads out of the tent and gasp at your presence. Kill her, shrieks one, his mouth ringed with chocolate. The general can't know we're trading weapons for sweets again. Really? Weapons for sweets. Seems like somebody's getting a better end of that deal. And it ain't you guys. But whatever. We've got our workers' hammer for this. What the? Oh, this must be the charged stun thing. Cause them to come to our side. Still have no idea how I'm charging that up. Didn't exactly say in the changelog how you do it. Yeah, I'll take that. And equip it, cause... Okay. Ah, there we go. Still not enough, but there might be something at the shops I can buy. But I'm definitely gonna need to switch over to the pious robes. Enter the tower. Captain Hardwick signals you over. Once you reach a safe landing, return to report what you've seen. Make her watch over you, he adds gruffly. You arrive at the first landing and the first door. True to Hardwick's word, the wooden door lacks even a handle, and your attempts to kick it open are futile. There is a stone gargoyle beside it, its hands outstretched, its mouth a gaping grin. Appease the gargoyles. You hear ancient gears in the wall click to life, and the handleless door swings open. You enter, but as Ariadne goes to follow you, the gargoyle's eyes flare red, and the stone door slams shut. No amount of pushing manages to budge it. The only way is up. You venture up the stairs, preparing yourself for whatever is in store. just as he said, traps. Traps galore. This one isn't too bad. Oh, come on, we got hurt from that side. Whatever. Managed to grab some food, a little bit of gold, which probably wouldn't hurt. It's only gonna get worse as we go up. Relieved, you pass through the trap level's exit. There is a stone lever by the exit. Glowing with silver light, you take the risk and pull it. A wreath of silver light passes through you. You feel a strange sensation in your kneecaps and watch your rations transform into fresh baked vegetables. Okay. Bizarrely, you sense that your notoriety has changed. Well, it gave us a ton of food, but now we can no longer equip our armor. You wonder whether there is a pattern to the Silverlight's magic. Food and fame have been switched. Pulling the lever appears to have deactivated the traps. It is now safe to journey up to this point.
Who is it who dwells atop this tower? And why do they strive so to keep you out?
Stairs spiral up into the darkness. As you ascend the stairs, you pass a dimly lit landing, empty save for a primitively hewn stone bear sat in the center. Approach the statue. Close up, the statue's eyes are bored so deep into the stone that they resemble dark, endless pits. There is an inscription etched upon its snout. I laughed as she cursed me. I walked for an age to see her weeping. I felt fury as she kissed her lover. I can't remember. I think it might have been the sad face. The statue crumbles into dust at your feet. You find nothing else of interest on this landing. You journey upward into the tower and arrive at another handleless door. The distant sound of blades heralding more traps beyond the threshold. Beyond the threshold, beside it, another stone gargoyle. Remembering your promise, you head back down the tower to report to Captain Hardwick. You report to the Captain Hardwick about what you had witnessed within the tower. He notes it down and lets you get on your way. We have food, but we don't have enough fame for the pious robes. Nor do we have enough fame for this. We're gonna have to explore some new lands, unfortunately. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm gonna take Ariadne's help on this. This one? Ouch. It is a rocky ride through the strange twilight lands. When you finally leave the fog and shadows behind, you feel sapped of your strength. Of course.
Now you merely wait until that goblin can get his portal open. Well, that, and try and stop them killing you along the way.
The tower is in chaos. Alarm bells have the garrison soldiers in a panic. As you watch, a goblin with a hefty sack leaps from a window, dangling from a makeshift rope. He bounces painfully off the wall as he lowers himself to the ground. The castle doors fly open. Guards assemble, armed and angered. The goblin blows his horn, discharging little more than a feeble hiss. I need a moment to recharge this. Help me and I'll split my takings. Before you can reply, he throws you an item from his sack. Here's your retainer, he says. Well, if I can get a silver deer that can change that into food, I will be happy. The guards rush forward. Arrest them! They're with the goblin! Okay, we gotta keep them from killing the goblin. Hey! That's right, all eyes on me. no way, even with our gear, that we're gonna keep killing all of these guys in a minute. I mean, we're gonna get very close to doing so. Oh. Well, we actually pulled it off. Hearing the shouts of additional guards, the goblin summons a portal and drags you in. The three of you fall through a seemingly endless tunnel of swirling stars.
Here we see yet another wheel, each different, yet each bearing their own similarities.
You see the goblin ahead.
That should help.
His sack tears open and his loot tumbles toward you. Real gold. After what seems like a lifetime, the portal releases you somewhere in the depths of the forest. You eventually find a path and continue on your way. Oh, thank God we got the pious robes back, at least.
A reward well earned. An opportunity once more to find what you need.
And this is where that whole fame thing I talked about for getting a ton of food comes in. You see an adventurer leaving a farm with a large basket of fresh vegetables and sweet pies. He grins at you as he passes, looking terribly pleased with himself. An elderly farmer flaps his hands as you near the farm. Ho, adventurer! Be you a small potato or an acclaimed hero? Come closer so my eyes can see you. He squints at you. A small potato after all. He turns his nose up at you and you bid an awkward goodbye before leaving his lands. Ooh.
These tokens represent the expansion of the game. More options, more cards, more opportunities.
This isn't good. The libraries hold little knowledge of the mysterious north. Past the colossal height of Mount Freitas, there are only theories, ancient creatures, haunted, weird woods, and rumors of a powerful sword trapped in the frozen lake at the end of the world. Only one who would journey deep into the unknown would be worthy of the blade, it is said. Ooh. There is a rough path that hugs Mount Freitas, curving around it and heading north. Somebody has made an effort to pave it. A hungry, desperate farmer offers passage for bread. She claims that she knows the road ahead. This is going to cost us a lot of food. I really should have thought about this before heading the far north. I just can't take the chances. To press any further into the unknown would be certain death. And of thugs. Okay, then. Yeah, as we get further into exploring new lands, these cards are going to be more and more difficult. It's just an ogre. I can take him. Not that difficult. Never cheat an ogre on a straight deal. Daros the One-Armed. I always forget about that second attack. And that last one. And there we go. Honestly, for a failure, that was fairly easy to deal with. Okay, some equipment. Indesia's Charm. That will be useful. And reveal 5 encounters, which is kind of pointless for me. Now, you can get repeats. So, hey. There's something. I'm going to take the Armor of Gluttony for now, because I'm going to be getting some game cards soon. And I know we're a little bit over our time, but I may as well finish this off. Alright, Potion of Youth, that's going to be helpful. And a ton of food. Okay then. You know what? I'm going to get through this one last thing on the tower, and then we're going to go through. Or end this episode. Once you reach a safe landing, return to report what you have seen. Yeah. He's the gargoyle.
How easily will you pass the traps put there to stop you?
Let's see. Gold, food, health gain. Well, looks like I'm going to be doing some backtracking on this. Sorry if I'm not talking much during these, but well, as you can see, I really need to concentrate. And talking and playing at the same time is a sure way to get myself killed. Relieved, you pass through the trap level's exit. You pull the stone lever by the exit. A wreath of silver light passes through you. Feel a strange sensation in your kneecaps, and you watch as your coins disintegrate, only to be replaced by other coins? Bizarrely, you sense that your notoriety has changed. You wonder whether there is a pattern to the silver light's magic. Pulling the levers appears to have deactivated the traps. It is now safe to journey up to this point.
More traps. More questions.
Suddenly, you hear a shriek like a banshee. The dark shape comes rushing down the steps towards you. Dodge out of the way. You lay flat against the wall, and the dark shape rushes past into the light. You recognize the sigil of the Empire in the split second before its head snaps around to reveal a soldier. Her face is gaunt and pale, her eyes wild. She waits, coiled with tension, at the bottom of the stairs. Let's slowly approach her. Her eyes glance nervously around, but she stays frozen like a statue until you are a step away. Then, fiercely quick, she draws her sword and slashes downward. You recoil in pain from the blow. Ouch. And ouch. The soldier drops her sword as if disturbed by her actions. She looks fearfully into your face for a moment before running down the stairs. You quickly note what's further up the stairs. Yet another gargoyle-guarded door before running after her. Captain Hardwick, surprised that the soldier's return to the camp, is replaced by a mask of pity and fear as she alternates between mistaking her fellow soldiers for Mariam and weeping uncontrollably. Hardwick stops you before you go. Here, she has no use for it now, and you saved her. As much as she could be saved. I could use that.
Potions and poultices have somehow flown under the Empire's radar. It's merely magic, frozen.
Okay, I know I said we'd end off there, but the unimpressed farmer is right there, and, well, he's still highlighted, and I've got the fame for it. Plus, I'd like to use an artifact to heal up. Now, this artifact does not restore upon after combat. You can tell because it doesn't have these swirling arrows around its uses. He squints at you and cries out, clapping his leathery hands in joy. Why, it's you! I'm honored, adventurer, simply honored. He insists on gifting you a basket overflowing with freshly baked bread and fruits. And that should actually get us enough to get us up the rest of the way, up the tower. Unless something happens, which I certainly hope it doesn't. Game. But with that, we are well out of time for this episode. So, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw poll link to vote for our next Let's Play, and please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.